that is to be reviewed, is one woman that have my respect. She has my respect. Her consistency, her doggedness, and the fact that she's like a lone fighter in the field, trying to do what? Push across the message of marine and blue economy, and to ensure that the girl child has a place in the industry. Last year we were here, and this year, just like Mrs. O mentioned, we have an important conference going on, Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport, CILT conference, going on now in Victoria Island. And we had to jettison that to be here to support our own, to encourage her, to make sure she knows that she's not alone doing this work of disseminating information and making sure that our children get the best of what we did not have opportunity of having. Because when we were growing up, we didn't have people tell us that this industry is here and flourishing. Some of us, by default, entered the industry. We were looking for jobs, we entered. It was when we had gone in that the interest built up and the passion. But before I continue, may I please crave your indulgence for all of us to be upstanding, to give 1 minute silence to a remarkable lady, a stallion in the industry, Barrister Mrs. Margaret Oraposi. She was here with us last year, and today she is late. She's a huge figure in the maritime industry. She's the president of the fish trawler. She was the president of the fish trawler association. You can see a woman in the male-dominated space, and she was most respected in the industry and most sought after. So may we just observe 1 minute silence for her. May the soul of Barrister Margaret Oraposi and the souls of all the faithful departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. Amen. Thank you very much. Those who have spoken, the keynote speaker, they have said it all to our children, to the young girls, and also the young boys inclusive. Because, like we said, if you train only the girl, if you push the girl child to realize that there's a high mountain over there, and the boys are not equally being pushed along, they might not measure up to the standard the girls are looking for. So while we are mentoring the young girls, we equally have to mentor the young boys so that opportunities are given to all of them. Today I'm asked to review the book written by Honorable Olaito Violet Williams. She had written a book before, but that book was a compilation of topics that we all had contributed to in this kind of meeting, whereby we have given some talks, and she compiled them into a book, which was very rich. Today, she had gone beyond that to put up an educative material that will benefit our young students, and even those who don't have an idea what the maritime industry is all about, and the richness of the industry, the sector itself, how huge and vast the resources of the waters are. So I stand before you, Chief Carolyn Ufere, I am highly honored and excited to be given the privilege to review this very important publication titled Some Career Opportunities in the Marine and Blue Economy Workplace. The book has several elements that will appeal to young students and spark interest in careers within the maritime sector. Going through that book, because I'm not privileged yet to see the hard copy, the soft copy was sent to me, the skeletal soft copy, and I went through it and I was really excited, and I said, wow, for her to have gone through this is so much work and so much labor. And I looked at the title, the clarity of the title. The title is clear and directly conveys the book's practical focus on career opportunities within the marine and blue economy sector. This clarity is essential for potential readers, especially students who are interested in exploring career options in these fields. There's a foreword that was written by Captain Alao, and that foreword starts by highlighting the historical significance of oceans as a source of wealth for humanity since the beginning of time. Then we look at the historical context and significance. The mention of the oceans as a historical source of wealth for mankind adds depth and context to the introduction. I don't want to start talking about blue economy because a lot of explanations have been given by those who spoke earlier, by the keynote speaker, by even the author herself, about what blue economy is all about and what the marine industry is all about. The mention of the oceans as a historical source of wealth for mankind adds depth and context to the introduction. This historical context will engage readers and underscore the enduring importance of the marine and blue economy throughout human history. This is a compelling way to set the stage for discussing career opportunities in the marine and blue economy space. By acknowledging the historical context, the foreword, I hope the students understand what I mean by foreword. In a book, there's always a foreword that is being written. Somebody who has analyzed and given a kind of introduction to what the book is all about. By acknowledging the historical context, the foreword establishes a connection between the past and the present, emphasizing the enduring importance of the oceans. Understanding the historical significance of a field that can make it more engaging and relevant to students. The excerpt touches upon issues related to the irresponsible and unsustainable exploitation of ocean resources. In that book, she talked about countries exploring the resources of the oceans. And at the same time, she was also looking at about the negative side of it. Those who are stealing from the resources of the waters. You have people, those who are constantly terrorizing people in the waters. This indicates that the book has delved into both the positive and negative aspects of working in the marine and blue economy, providing a balanced and realistic perspective. When Honorable Lighton talked about, Mrs. O, I don't know if you are the one that said the the marine sector, there are so much opportunities for everybody. It's a big space for all to operate in, but not the armed robbers. So we welcome everybody. It's a big space for all of us to operate in, but the armed robbers are not welcomed into the marine industry. Students are often drawn to fields that address real-world problems, and the book presents the maritime sector as an arena where individuals can contribute to solving pressing issues. Frankly, I would say that you young ones are very lucky, in the sense that you have Google. Through the internet, you can access AI now, chat, and the rest of them. So the information out there is huge. We in our own time, we are not privileged to have all that information. You are the ones that are benefiting from what digitalization is doing, from the internet, from Google, from everything. Now we have artificial intelligence, and it's doing a lot. Some people are not even bothering about schoolwork, that is classroom studies. Before the teacher comes in, they're already well informed, ahead of the teacher. So teachers are even in greater problems than we were, because they have to work 3 times now to be able to master the subjects, so that you don't put them to shame by asking questions that they cannot even answer. So they have to try and be a step ahead of you. Then she looks at the origins of blue economy concept. The inclusion of the origin of the term blue economy and its popularization at the Rio 20 United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development adds a valuable historical and conceptual dimension to the narrative. This information provides readers with context and insight into the evolution of the field and will intrigue students by linking the maritime sector to broader global initiatives for sustainable development. Then she also looked at the relevance to contemporary issues. The book addresses current global concerns related to the blue economy, sustainability, and environmental conservation. Connecting these issues to potential career opportunities could resonate with young individuals who are often passionate about making a social impact on the world. When Mrs. O was giving her keynote speech, she charged most of you that some of you in the near future will be the ones selling blue economy to the world. Will be the ones telling us the gains of the marine industry. You will be standing where we are today, letting the younger ones know that you were once there and that you're now here and you have benefited hugely from, gatherings like this, and that they too should not hesitate to benefit from the wealth of knowledge that you would be impacting on them. So it's for you to be committed and determined. And when Dr. Annie said go and read, you see, when you are educating yourself and trying to get those information that will help you move forward, be very deliberate and intentional about what you're doing. Tell yourself, of course I'm going to be the ship captain. Like one of the students asked, how can I navigate from one course into the marine? No, finish up your course. Then if you are interested in still being a marine engineer or an insurer, marine insurer, maritime lawyer, and all that. All you do is to do certification courses or do a diploma course or still go back into the school. People have read several courses. They come out and they said, no, I still want to be a doctor. I still want to be a lawyer. They go back to school and do that. So nothing is stopping you from operating the maritime industry. It is only you and your determination that will take you there. This institutional response will make the field appear more legitimate and attractive to young students as they consider potential career paths. Then we look at the sustainable development emphasis. The book also emphasizes the blue economy as an alternative economic model for sustainable development, aligns with the growing interest in environmentally conscious careers, making the book relevant to current global discussions. Students today often seek professions that allow them to contribute to sustainability and ecological well-being of the world. One thing I found so interesting about the book, I'm sure when it is unveiled, you will flip through it and you see a lot that she has mentioned there. Variety of career opportunities. The questions you have put forward much earlier. I was a port manager during my time. Unfortunately, we don't have too many of us as port managers. I was the fourth port manager. You can see when NPA started, 1955. Till date, we have had only, is it 6 or 7? Seven female port managers. The rest have been male all through. Is that fair? No, I'm asking, is it a fair thing that for the past how many years NPA has been in existence, we have had only 7 female port managers? We are not talking about equality. We are not struggling with anybody. We don't want to be a man. We want to be women in our own rights. We want equity, whereby give it to us because we merit it. We earn it. We are not begging, cap in hand to say, give. No. Let our competence, our skill, what we can bring to the table speak for us. That is what we are agitating for. That is why we are feeling that we are not getting the 35% affirmative action that women are pushing for. Presently, as I speak, when she left, Mrs. O left as port manager, that was early this year, they filled it up again with a man. That position, they filled it with a man. So as I speak, there's no female port manager in the entire nation. Wow. And in the article I contributed to Vista Magazine, I said there's no reason why we cannot have them. We have 6 ports. 7 now. Oh, Lekki Port. Why can't we have 4 women and 3 men? You're laughing. See, the men are laughing. You are laughing. And then my brother here is even shaking his head like, oh. The Chamber of Shipping we are enjoying today. My sister, my big sister, that we look up to, Mrs. Ufere, Carolyn. Sister Ify, can you stand up again for recognition? She started Chamber of, it was an idea that was out there. But she put that thought, that idea into action. And she started it and was the first Director General of Chamber of Shipping. And she took it to a height an enviable heart that those who are coming up are still yet to get to, because she was running a lot of courses. Oh, and funny enough, all the DGs have been women. After her, we had the Obi, and after Obi, the current one is a woman. So, what is wrong with all the men? Not trying to block our space. And we are saying, no, enough is enough. And that's why we are telling, enough is enough. That's why we are telling these our young girls, don't let any woman make you, any man make you just a tea girl. You can be a mother. We are mothers. I was having my bag in my car boot, packed with clothes. On my way home, Mrs. Ufere, there's a meeting in Abuja. I'll quickly turn around, straight to the airport too. And my husband will call. I say, yes, I have cooked, and all the food, the soup, they're all in the fridge. So if you take one pack, it can be warmed and you eat. I run my home from the phone, and when I come back, I make up for the absence. That is the important. You have to have achieve a balance. When you are not there, run it from home. Don't say, oh, I'm too busy. No. You can do the homework with your children on phone. Make sure they have done their work. And when you come back, you make up for all the missing, the gaps. Yeah. So, the variety of opportunities are there. Then we have, one thing I also enjoyed was the accessible language and style. Using pictorial illustrations, accessible language, real life examples, and engaging narratives has made the content more approachable for young readers. The topical issues raised in this book recalls a recent event I watched on Arise News Television on Saturday. I don't know if some of you tuned into it. This was the 2023 convocation ceremony of the Nigerian Maritime University, Ufere, Delta State, where the valedictorian, that is the best graduating student, was a woman, a girl. Let me not use one because she's just a young girl, a graduate of marine engineering, who says any of you can be the one giving the valedictory speech at your graduation. That is best graduating. What came to my mind was that it could be any of you in a few years' time if you make the right choice of career, if you're focused, willing to learn, and with strong determination. So in conclusion, by presenting the maritime sector as a dynamic field with historical significance, real-world challenges, and a connection to global sustainability efforts, the book has the potential to capture the interest of young students exploring career options. It offers a comprehensive exploration of career opportunities in the marine and blue economy. The author, Honorable Lady Olaito Violet Williams, has made the content of the book relatable, inspiring, and informative. This book is highly recommended to schools, parents, public library, the government. It is worth a read. I love the word that Captain Alao used in the foreword. It says, fair wind, smooth sail. That's the word of the marine. Fair wind, smooth sail. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.